And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Yep.
This is the RCB Streaming Network. My name is Gabriel Rhodes.
Stephen Kennedy.
And we're here tonight for a spicy varsity boys matchup between the visiting Grafton Bearcats and your homestanding Flying Eagles. Back in the blue strip tonight, Steve.
Yep.
We're going to pause here. We're going to the announcers, but I figured we'd let you know. This is going to be a good one, folks.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Number 5, Adrian Joyce. Number 7, Ethan Weaver. Number 12, Avery Duckworth. Number 17, Marcus Carter. Number 18, Hayden Dirk. Number 19, Alex Hines. And number 30, Justin Gaynor. Now the Bearcats starters, number 0, Bryson Kittle. Number 4, Devin Weaver. Number 8, Zach Nyberg. Number 10, Cody Abraham. Number 11, Gabe McVicker. Number 13, Colton Sanders. Number 15, Lane Ingram. Number 16, Spencer Copeland. Number 20, Landon Holly. Number 21, Gavin Wolverton. Number 25, Landon Miller. Grafton head coaches Arthur Knight, assistant coaches Merrick Chambers and Jack Wolverton. And now the non-starters for the Flying Eagles RCB. Number 3, Isaiah Yabber. Number 6, Eli Knox. Number 13, Aiden Conley. Number 18, Harrison Sinsel. Number 20, Logan Welch. Number 22, Peyton Smith. Number 24, Caleb Roselli. And now the starters for RCB. Number 1, Anthony Corsini. Number 2, co-captain Alex Bovino. Number 5, Charles Hawkins. Number 7, Caden Min. Number 10, Gannon Mays. Number 11, Caleb Yanego. Number 12, Braden Thompson. Number 14, Chandler Walls. Number 15, Braden Burnett. Number 16, Bryce Johnson. Number 17, co-captain Cameron Clark. Head coach for RCB is Chris Min, assistant coach is Tina Smith and Ron Williams.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like Cameron Clark came to play tonight.
Absolutely.
Over on the sidelines, getting even the freshmen hyped up.
Yep. So with Grafton, very good team, 6-5-1 record, but once again play a really tough schedule. They have wins over like Williamstown. They beat Buchanan Upshur. We know how tough they are. They beat Elkins, who's always a tough matchup. So I mean, this is a very accomplished team. The one thing about them is there's no like one play. You know how we talked last week when we had Noah McKim and sorry, I'm blanking on his name from Liberty.
Number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
Hayden Dodd.
Hayden
How
Dodd.
can we forget Hayden
Yeah,
Dodd?
Dodd.
Hayden Dodd.
Yeah, it's scored 31 goals. So Hayden Dodd. So you can look at the stats and go, okay, here's the guys you need to look for. There's really not one person. They have their 2 leading goal scorers have 6, and that's number 15 Lane England and number 16 Spencer Copeland. Those are their 2 leading scorers. The main setup guy who has the most assists is Gage McVicker, who has 5 assists on the season.
Hey,
and he's number 11. 2 juniors. The leading scorers are both juniors, and the leading assist leader is a senior. But they do have a lot of youth on their team. They have not a lot of freshmen, but they got a lot of sophomores and juniors. Very junior laden. I see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 juniors on this team, but only 3 seniors. So this and looks like Bryce is actually playing in the back.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in the pregame and off the air. Some of the boys said that they did a little bit of a switch up in training to kind of switch who was going to hit the ball and what they were doing. A little sloppy there by Cameron Clark.
And fortunately, the guy was not able to get a good, because that's one where if he can get a decent touch there, he can take a one shot, gets over the top,
put it on frame,
and that's a goal.
Now I'm going to tell you, we've talked a lot about.
Saw Cameron there practicing his kick after that last one.
Right, a little frustrated.
But that's happens. Hey, no harm, no foul. Just get better next time.
Right. I actually, we'll see how this works out.
By Chuck, but go ahead.
But, good to Bradley
plug.
Burnett. We're going to hold up here because Brad's about to put on a show here, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets it to Bovino. Bovino twisting through. Takes on contact.
You've got to be on side, Anthony Corsini.
Oh,
what a ball!
To Gandon Mays, who is on side. Let's see if Gandon can keep it in. He does. But it will be
out for a
throw. But it will be RCB throw. But nice job. Corsini, I mean, here's the thing. We talk about, trying to be on that back line. Obviously, Corsini there. Wait, are they going to call that a wait, are they saying Gandon was offsides?
Yeah, they called it offsides. He wasn't.
He was not.
Anthony was, but
he was nowhere near the play. He was on the opposite side of the field. And
that's
here's the way for those that don't understand, because I mean, in some sports, it's like, well, as long as anybody's offsides, right? Technically, if you're offsides, but you're not near the play or involved in the play, that doesn't stop the play.
Right. You have to be an active participant in the play.
Yeah. So you have to
he was not at that point.
Either be going for the ball or at least in the area where the ball is, where you could cause some sort of
to engage with it.
And Anthony Corsini. Now, to be fair, we talked about with the girls, and that's something maybe being aggressive with Anthony Corsini by being on that front line. It's going to get you more offsides. But as I said, if you do 5 of those and 4 of them are offsides, but if you hit 1, you're off to the races and you got 1-on-1 with that keeper. So it's not a bad idea. Just better communication between him and.
Man,
another foul on the another call against the RCB, and they call a foul there, I believe, on is that Caleb? Maybe?
No, it's Gandon, and I think we're going to see a really quick change in Gandon Mays because Gandon Mays chose violence tonight.
Yeah.
He is absolutely chose violence, and we'll see if we can get that on replay here, ladies and gentlemen.
Look.
See if we go a little farther back, but Gandon comes out playing physical, and the ref has let him know very quickly.
Long ball in. Nice job by Chuck to win that one, and another win by Chuck. I mean, I tell you, having that sweeper like Charles really is a huge benefit for the team because, I mean, I can't think of how many times this year I'm like, well, without Chuck, that's a goal. Without Chuck, that's a goal. I mean, he does such a great job back there, and to be able to have that, I mean, I had that with for 4 years, we had Nathaniel Zinn as our sweeper at RCB. Captain, great player. He could have played anywhere, but he was such a selfless player. He was willing to stay back on defense to help the team. That just made it so much better that you could be more aggressive because it's like, don't worry, Zinn will get you, and I'm sure.
Corey's, Nathaniel's got it.
Nathaniel's got it, and I'm sure this team probably feels similar about Charles Hawkins.
And Braden. I should say, and Caden Min. I mean,
really good.
What a turn there by Gannon Mays.
Gives it to Corsini. Corsini's looking opposite sides, gets to Bradley Burnett. Nice pass to get to Burnett because he saw where it needed to go. But this one's cleared. Nice clearance by number 21. Oh, but hits. Oh,
and speaking, you jinxed him. Good save, Cameron Clark. Good save. Saving Charles Hawkins bacon right there.
As that was Lane England who was able to get the play there. What happened was we had a little bit of a higher line, and I'll tell you, that 21, and then maybe that's something to keep in mind. When he got that on the line there, he put it really far, and I think Chuck underestimated him a little bit. And
it's like we were talking about in the girls' game with Alyssa. When you play that sweeper role and you play all for, you're gonna miss some calls, and he got lucky. I mean, Cameron Clark made a really good save right there.
Really good save, but I'll tell you this: he did get back into it to force him to at least have to make the shot without getting in any closer to goal, giving Cameron a chance. But it's just over the net. As off the corner kick, looked like Grafton almost had one with about 5 minutes into the contest. Great service in.
Adrian Joyce, number 17, Marcus Carter, into the game for RCB. Number 3, Isaiah Gabbert.
Isaiah Gabbert comes in for RCB as here comes a Cameron Clark. We'll hopefully be able to get one out here.
Did he pull Gannon off?
I think that's, yeah.
Yeah, he did. He switched out. Well, and
that ball doesn't go too
far.
A
card this early in the game is not a good thing.
Yeah.
And if this ref is going to play tight,
you got to be careful with it.
Better to sit the boy down and say, hey, settle.
Yeah.
Because RCB does not need to be playing 60 minutes with 10 men.
10-11.
Chuck's
playing. Good physical play there for Chuck and the Grafton player. Nice job by Braden Thompson. Gets it over to Isaiah Gabbert. Gabbert to Thompson. Nice pass to Vivino. Who's going to play it back to Bryce.
And, we've been talking for a couple weeks about seeing Alex Vivino play a little farther forward.
Yeah.
And it's in a style when you play with a press, if you've got a guy who's in your second line.
Chandler, unfortunately, gives it right away to the what? Well, one thing I would say. Okay, hold on. Let's see what happens here. Caden Min does a good job
of shepherding it out. That's good.
Here's what
play.
I would say there. Chandler didn't have a lot of options. What Bradley Burnett needs to go. Bradley Burnett was standing behind the defender. He did not have a clear. If you see someone on your team, you need to make sure there's a clear path between you and them. It's not just being open. You have to give them a lane so that they can pass it to you.
Absolutely.
So that's something just for him to look for. It's just to make sure to go back there and say, okay, well, yeah, I'm open, but I got to make sure that there's a clear, easy lane for Chandler to give this ball to my feet and go. Corsini's got it. He's looking.
Dancing a little bit.
Here, it's it.
And again, a good – that is why Alex Vivino, where Alex Vivino is right now, is a good place. Because he has a good first touch and he has a good first step.
Ooh.
And that's something I don't think we talk a whole lot. We've talked a whole lot about. Did they give the corner?
They're going to give him a goal kick.
What?
I think here's what I think happened. You know what I think what happened here was that it was a corner, but because Vivino pushed down the Grafton player, he instead of calling a foul, he just said, "Look, I'll give you the goal kick, and we'll just call it a day." Because that's basically would have been what happened.
A spot kick there, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and
a dangerous piece of control there.
And I would say to Vivino there, the ball was going to go out. So that little extra shove there, all it did was maybe cost you a corner. So just,
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Is that Braden going through?
Yes. On opposite side of the net. No.
Wait, it's a goal?
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
What an individual piece of brilliance from Braden Thompson. Ciao Bella. Good nuts.
How did he... how did he get that past the keeper there?
Listen, I'll tell you, we've talked about it.
Braden's short side,
a short-sided goal. That keeper has his hands on his hips because he knows he shouldn't have been beaten in his near post.
I gotta say that he got beat near post, and that was.
Sometimes Braden dancing that much really frustrates me because in a tight game, it's not a high percentage move. But some days that man,
Well,
or that boy, excuse me,
Yeah.
just finds his
man.
feet.
That man, that gives Braden, I believe.
That's what
7 or 8. Hold on, let me see here. Braden Thompson. That's his 10th goal of the season. So
that's
gets him
big
double
time.
digits.
That is big time, ladies
Double
and gentlemen.
digits for Braden Thompson, and that's big because if RCB is going to go somewhere, Braden Thompson is a dynamic player that just is going to give teams fits. Whether it's Grafton, who's a sectional opponent we've talked about, and this may be a team we'll see here pretty soon. But, we also have Liberty and, of course, Philip Barber, who unfortunately we lost to on Saturday. Those are teams that, well, Braden is going to have to be one of those guys where you have that player that can just win individual battles and that puts pressure on the defense. And Braden Thompson has that ability.
He's got that like chaos quality.
Yeah.
That's I listen to a lot of Arsenal podcasts, and Arsenal. The big thing for Arsenal right now is the lack of a player who can do that, who will take the ball by the take the game by the scruff of the neck, and be a little selfish.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Sometimes you need a selfish player. Now,
that ball can Caleb get on the end of this?
He's still hustling. Good work, Caleb Unego, and not a bad ball.
Yep.
Anthony Corsini.
Yep, absolutely. Great through ball with 10 minutes into the first half. It's 1-0 Eagles.
Got to make him make a choice.
Got to make him make that choice. But good job so far for the Eagles. They've made it able to capitalize on their opportunity, and hopefully we can get another shot down here. I mean, like I said, this is a very good Grafton team, and they're not going to go away easily. So you got
you got to get the goals you can get.
When you get the chance, you got to put them away. So
and you know what? So far, Coach Min's changes in lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, Brad Burnett thinking about the next move before he hit the ball.
Well, it's like that wide receiver in football who's always thinking about running down the field before they catch it. He's
already thinking about the touchdown before he. And it looks like Eli Knotts is going to come in here on the left side.
Eli's been giving them really good minutes lately. I've been really impressed with him.
Eli has given them a lot of good energy.
Yep.
And it looks like a little change of cleats for Eli Knotts too. The young man loves him some lime green. Loves lime green.
I say maybe he just wants people to notice him.
Gotta stand out.
Gotta stand out.
But I'll tell you the change that I think I like the most tonight is Bryce Johnson on the right.
I like that a lot. I think one of the things that does is I think it makes it so hard for the other team to. Because here's the thing, that's such a physical presence over there now, so it's going to make it so much harder to get anything going there against him.
Would have liked to see Anthony take the ball down and do something with it instead of trying to one-time it there.
Yeah.
But it makes a back line that, teams are going to overload to one side.
Yeah.
And, if they've got a good left-handed striker or left-footed striker, coming down the right for RCB is not going to work.
Way to get that through there.
And a good touch from Eli Knotts.
But Vivino does a good job.
A little bit of outlet issues, but a good touch there. Now, good win there in a dangerous spot.
Here comes, I believe, Caden Min to take this kick.
Caden Min to take that?
No, never mind. Wait, maybe he is. Yeah, he is. It's Caden.
He is. All right, Caden.
22-yard line, so about 32 yards away, and a center too. That would make it so dangerous because he's got the full goal to go for.
And he
It's still in play.
Now, was that a training ground play there?
Yep.
Did Caden Min do the crossbar challenge for an assist?
Yep.
That was so close. What a clever ball.
Two guys right off that top.
And they were right there. Anthony!
Anthony skates with it.
Listen, that's gamesmanship.
Never say that.
Steve Kennedy, that's
really
gamesmanship.
Cheeky, right?
Cheeky boy.
Cheeky.
And
but that's the right call.
That's the right call, but it better not be a card. I'll be frustrated.
Because that was a challenge. I mean, it was a
50-50.
50-50 ball away. Did
he give a card?
Is he going to give a card for that?
He is.
Wait.
Alex Bavino in the book quick. Come on. Okay. We gotta curb our issue with the referees, but clearly tonight it's a tight game with his physicality.
Yeah.
And you know what? With two teams that are big in the section and who are going to fight for the sectional crown, I don't blame the ref for letting them know, 10, 20 minutes in, hey, we need to watch the physicality.
Well, I mean, hey, it's not like he ran over the keeper or something. I mean, okay, I'll let it go. I'm sorry.
We can't let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, off air, I illuminated that it was probably tonight has been our spiciest broadcast, because when you get two nice guys who used to play defense in the same room, it gets spicy when things get.
Well, when you worry about players, because one thing, it's winning or losing is one thing, and the girls played hard, and congratulations to Grafton. They absolutely earned that win in the girls' game. Let's see how Chuck does here. The ball goes out. It looks like it'll be a goal kick, so good job by Chuck to stop that attack. But what I'm saying is, in the Grafton girls won that game fair and square. Good for them, and congratulations. But if there's one thing that gets me upset is when player safety comes involved, and when you do something like that, I worry about the safety of the players, of all the players on the field, and that's the one thing that gets me off, I guess. If you want to say one thing that gets me upset.
Right, and it absolutely. And, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the refs. We're going to be objective as best we can.
Yep.
But like we said in the other broadcast, we are homers. We do love us some RCB soccer.
Exactly.
And we are alums, so we do care.
Okay. And so here comes Grafton trying to go up here. Nice job. But Bradley couldn't quite keep that in, but it'll be another
there have been ebbs and flows. RCB in the lead up to the goal had been on top.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little more even in the last maybe 5 minutes.
Yes. Early in the game, I think Grafton, actually the first few minutes, might have been more Grafton, and then RCB took over for a little bit, and now we're kind of in a nice. Good call, ref. Good call. I'll say this about this ref. He seems to be consistent. He's being consistent, because that's the one thing, I can deal with a ref that calls a lot of fouls. I could deal with a ref that lets people play hard. I can't deal with a ref that lets some people play tough and physical, and other people get touch fouls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a foul is a foul, no matter who does it and at what time. And right now, I'd say the ref is doing a good job of enforcing.
Absolutely. Well, and you know what? These kids are getting after it. The girls were getting after it.
I would say these boys are really being physical right now,
and you have to be smart about it. And come on, Eli Knotts, keep hustling.
And that'll be a deep throw-in, though, for RCB with 24 minutes. But here comes a sub. Is that Corsini coming back in?
I think so. Going to pull
Braden Thompson.
Yep, pull for Anthony. Probably give him a little bit of time here.
Yeah, because, he runs so hard, and you want to make sure to have his legs for later in the game.
Right. And the changes to the lineup really worked, and I think that
here comes Eli to the center. Is that Gandon?
And that was a really great ball from Eli Knotts.
And then Gandon Mays almost
did what you're supposed to as a wing forward, attack the ball.
Because here's the thing, while the Grafton players for the most part, they just seem to be looking at it, and Gandon's like, "Oh, if you're not going to go get it, I'm going to
go after it."
And they did a good job there.
Listen, and sometimes Gandon plays a little too hard. But you know what? That was a heads-up play from him.
Yep, he went there. He tried to flick it on, just couldn't quite. That's a tough play. But,
But either side of the post, shaved it a little bit.
Yep, that's something to learn about. But, Bryce has the throw here, and he's going to get it up here. But that will be kept in by Grafton. Here comes Corsini. Nice win there. And him and Bovino try to play a little bit. But, sometimes nice little play, though, for RCB. But, like I said, so far the Eagles have looked actually pretty good tonight with 22 minutes.
We're going to knock on wood. We're going to knock on wood.
Going to knock on wood because, but, long game to go. Still, we're not even a fourth of the way through the game. So, you got to realize that this is a long way to go. But I'm liking
it is a marathon, not a sprint. Cliches are true.
But here's the thing. Like I said, I like the way this lineup has looked so far. I think I've seen a little bit more going forward for the Eagles. This is a long ball through, but it will go out of bounds for a goal kick. They just have done a good job of having some possession, Nice little passes through, and so far the difference has been Braden Thompson just putting the team on his back and just saying,
put the team on his back, though.
Yeah, put the team on his back. He said, "Hook up the trailer. I'm carrying you guys."
He's going to show you tonight.
Yeah.
Show you where to the promised land.
Yep.
We don't want to build Braden Thompson's ego up a little too much.
No.
But heck of a goal, sir. Heck of a goal.
Yep. Here, as Bryce will get in here, like I said, I'm really liking Bryce at right full.
I am too. This static is a little frustrating, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for
unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do about it because I've been in that room, and it's literally like we've had it where we've unplugged everything. Everything. And it still was happening. We're like, I mean, who was it? The guy who was working with us, he unplugged everything, and it happened again, and people were looking at him. He literally went outside and was just holding his hands up like, I don't know what to do. We got everything off.
Right. Mr. Bravino, we applaud you for trying.
I'm going to say, yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those things. So, if you're at RCB and you hear that and think, well, what's going on? It's like, literally, we do not know what's going on.
I apologize for that. Now, let me. We were talking.
Nice step by Bavino, though. Go ahead.
The off-air, good control there by Caleb Yanego. These boys up front for RCB tonight are hustling. They're getting after it. They're playing as a team. This is not something we would have seen 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
2 weeks
ago. I guess they're going to let that go. I think that was a bad throw. Guy was kind of seemed fumbling around with his feet, but we'll see. Nice job by, I believe that's Caden. Yeah, Caden Min with the win there.
But, that is one thing. If I can say anything right now, is to watch. These guys are hunting in packs, playing really strong together, and playing for each other. Then they were not. I don't know what they did in training, but so far tonight, ladies and gentlemen, RCB is playing a good team game, and they've had to.
Yeah, because like I said, this is a team that's going to keep coming at you. In Grafton, they got some good.
They've got some talented kids.
Yep. This is, I mean, before we got in the same section, they used to be in the region, the other section of the region. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of times when RCB's had to go to the state tournament, it's had to be by beating Grafton in the region.
Eli Knotts has got some speed to him.
This is a team who's been to the state tournament before. I mean, I believe in both boys and girls, they've been to the state tournament. So this is a.
I think they've won it too. I think probably before our time, but I'm pretty sure I remember talk when we were in high school of them having won the state tournament. So
they have quite a program going for themselves. So
absolutely.
I mean, so if RCB can find a way tonight, it would be a big win for the Eagles. But Grafton's not going to make it easy. Here comes. It's nice job by Bovino looking here for Burnett, who's dispossessed. But here comes Corsini. Corsini's got some time. Oh, nice try at the 1-2, but good job by the Grafton defender to read that and take that away.
Well, and you know what? Very close, very close. Would have been a good little transition play there.
Yeah.
The struggles that we were talking about with the girls seem to be the same thing that Grafton's having problems with. The middle, RCB is dominating the middle of the park. Dominating the middle of the park right now.
Yeah.
They're getting a couple things through, but for the most part, it doesn't matter.
But here comes Grafton. Looks like he's got the ball in dangerous space. Gets it over to a guy. Chandler's going to try to get it back.
Good cover from Chandler.
And
a field goal.
A field goal.
Sadly, it's not 3 points for you, Grafton.
I would say, if it were Friday night, when we have our big game, huge game for RCB Friday against Lincoln for the football team, because Lincoln comes in undefeated this year, right?
I believe so.
I believe they are undefeated.
Undefeated. I think they're number 2 in AA.
Yeah, this is going to be a big game if
big game.
If RCB wants to get into the playoffs and make any type of run for this year in football, they really need to find a way to beat the Cougars on Friday.
Right.
And speaking of Friday, there's Cameron Clark who will be kicking for the Robert C. Byrd Eagles. And by the way, that game will be on the RCB streaming network.
Yes, it will be.
Friday. What's the game start, 7?
I believe so.
Yep. So.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this. This contest is going to be tight tonight.
Yep.
It's just
two good teams playing good soccer. This is what you like to see in October.
And It is an even contest, ladies and
so far.
gentlemen.
Here comes another shot. Good job by Bradley. Oh, okay, good. Oh no, Braden Thompson kind of
Got a little bit of a stinger, I think.
there. I think he's okay, but it's just one of those things where anytime you get kicked
Probably a
with the
little
ball,
bit of a dead leg.
yeah, anytime you get kicked with the ball,
Oh,
nice
good step up by Bryce.
That's what I like about having him back there, because he's got that speed that could help him do stuff just like that,
And get people out of trouble.
Yeah.
And Yanego, I like Yanego up front because what I liked about him as a left back is he hustled.
I was about to say no, he did very well as a left back, but I think Thomason being a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, than Caleb. I think that adds that extra element to him back there. And being a guy who plays defense, I always like to have great defense right there. Like I said, Caleb did a great job. I mean, I think was it Winfield? He had a great game against Winfield.
He had a really great game against Winfield. I think he had a good game against Liberty too.
Yeah.
And
you shut out a team that had two guys that account for 40-some goals between them with Noah McKim and Hayden Dodd. So I mean,
you do something.
You have to do something right to do that.
And the other side of it is
job by
that
Chuck there to win
if
that.
you are a defender, if you are not mentioned in the broadcast, that's your goal, is to not be noticed.
Yeah.
It looks like we got Alex Bavino coming back on the field.
And who's it? Isaiah? Is that Gabbert coming off? No.
I don't know. I don't see who went off. Looks like Gandon.
Gandon's coming off now. Okay. So, because it looks like what happened was not only was they were going to take make some switches here. Oh, nice. Tried to center it, but Cameron was right there to see it out. Obviously, you got to be careful because that's the type of shot that Braden was able to get by the keeper for Grafton. And you feel bad there because I think what the Grafton keeper, he was taking a step off because what he was concerned about was if Braden plays that across the center there.
Right, it's a tap-in goal.
It's a tap-in goal. So he's trying to cut down that angle as well, and then that just left a little bit of room by the post, and
and Braden just slipped it there.
Found it. Braden Thompson's got the ball again.
Good on the ball again here now.
Nice.
The thing that's a little frustrating here, we've kind of gone a little off boil here this evening, here in the last minute or two. Yeah. And it kind of looks like, I don't know if we just took our foot off the gas.
Yeah.
Poor Brad Burnett looks a little he's struggling. And he is normally another one of your hustle players. So
that's Grafton does a good job keeping that in, but good job
by
Bryce.
Is fighting.
Good job there. Here's the thing. A lot of times, when being a defender, the offensive player loves to dance really pretty, but they have to go with the ball. So the key is to just make sure to watch them, make sure you keep an eye on the ball, eye on the midsection, make sure you follow them along. Okay. Don't foul for the. I mean, how many times the guys have been faked out because guys just move their feet around but don't touch anything?
Right.
Just make sure that you. And that was a good job there of not being fooled by Bryce.
Right.
But here comes the Bearcats back as they will try to go across the field.
But it's always good when you force a team to go back as opposed to going forward.
Yeah. Bradley Burnett, but couldn't find anyone to connect with. So here comes the Grafton, but he can't quite save it. So that will be a throw-in for the Eagles with 13 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 RCB over the Grafton Bearcats. I would not call that. Yeah. Alex needs to be careful.
Oh my gosh, you better watch out here.
Braden Thompson
Rapid.
Got win a ball there.
It was a good little change of pace too.
It was just came out of nowhere. They just said, "Okay, I'm just going
to find another gear."
Yep.
A little bit of a rough touch there, but
unfortunately, Bavino couldn't quite win it. I mean, that was a tough one because that's a really hard ball coming in, so it's hard to take.
Yeah, it's coming at pace. It's kind of hard to take the speed off of it.
I mean, there's only so much you can do.
And you don't practice having a ball come at you 25 to 30 miles an hour faster than you're used to.
Because, I mean, it's coming at your feet, but remember, that's not a pass. That's coming from the other team. So they're not giving it to you. They're trying to actually kick it through you, so,
Right.
All right, here comes RCB, and he holds it up, drops it back. Looks like they're going to go.
A little bit of
I'm going to say that's a handball, but
At the very least, if there's not an offsides call.
They're not calling anything?
That's surprising. Well, that's probably because Cam got it.
Yeah, I would say. It's not, like I said earlier with that one play with Bovino, that sometimes they just go, if there's nothing there, they just kind of make the calls like, well, if Cameron Clark has it in his hand, no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. Literally, there's no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
So anyways, here it comes, the Bearcats, but nice ball through, and he's going to lift that one as Chuck does a good job of interrupting that one, but here's a shot.
Oh,
hits it off his own player. That was nice little teamwork. They kind of, they went up to each other, kind of slapped hands. It was obviously nothing
malicious.
I think maybe that was actually, did we play that out because we were concerned? Because maybe that was what happened. Actually, that's what I think that they're going to give us the ball. So that's really classy.
Really classy from Grafton.
Because I think
that wasn't something that's the choice of the boys. That's not the choice of somebody.
Because they understood that our guy didn't really have to kick it out there, because you could tell it was not a normal situation. But he saw the guy go down with the head injury, and so he kicked it out. So Grafton doing the classy play.
Well,
we did the classy play first to click it out for him, and then Grafton making the classy play to give it back.
Right.
That's how you do. That's how it's supposed to be done in soccer. Now here comes Bovino. Bovino with a nice change of pace. He's looking up the sidelines. He's looking for somebody. Unfortunately, he's got 2-on-1, but he earns.
But he's keeping the ball. He's doing good hold up there.
Yeah, he earns a deep throw for the Eagles with 10.5 minutes to go. 1-0 Eagles over the Bearcats. And we'll have, I believe this is Corsini taking the throw. But, yeah, I mean, good back and forth. Both teams getting their opportunities. And like I said, so far the difference is Braden just having that little bit of magic. And so far, almost there, but good job by the keeper to get that one. He's going to try to lead.
Well, we better get back in transition here.
He's trying to lead the quick counterattack with this.
But Bovino
does a good job.
Caden Min puts it out, lets the team reset.
Yep. The best thing you can do a lot of times in these counterattack situations is just kick the ball out, bounce, because it forces the team to have to slow down, gives you guys, because they're just trying to get that ball down before you can get set. So you just
right. And in the early part of the season, Coach Min talked about their inexperience.
Yeah.
You are watching in the last 3 or 4 games, the veterans for this squad really step up, really play, and getting Caden Min back was really, really crucial. And some of these changes, we're seeing a lot of good displays tonight.
Here comes another substitution for RCB. Is
Gannon coming back? It looks like
Gandon Mays is coming in for. Is he coming in for Gabbert? Yeah, he's coming in for Gabbert.
Okay. Well, and that's going back to some strength up front.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Isaiah Gabbert. Isaiah Gabbert plays really, really well.
Absolutely. There's just so much talent on this team. But you just gotta You gotta play to your strengths, and so.
Right, and you gotta.
Nice job by Braden to win there. He's gonna be looking. Nice pass over, but just couldn't quite make the connection to Gandon. And here comes another. It looks like Eli Knotts is coming on.
Well, and taking.
And he's gonna take Caleb Unego out.
Give him a little bit of a breather. I mean that's the thing. I think these boys have got, especially because they are not losing a whole lot. They're losing a lot of experience and a lot of talent in the seniors, but there's a lot of skill in this junior and sophomore group.
Yeah.
And if they can spend the summer playing in a youth league, or maybe playing travel, Caden Min getting a little bit of a step there.
I say Caden doing a good job carrying. He saw the opening, and sometimes people, especially in the back, they get too worried about have to get rid of it because if you lose the ball in the back, could lead to a goal. But sometimes if the opening's there, you just carry and you force the other team to have to come up, because if someone comes up, that means that there's going to be open people behind him.
Right.
Here comes the throw in to Braden Thompson. He's going to play it back to Corsini. Corsini sends it to the middle, but that is interrupted by the Bearcats. And here comes the Bearcats on the counterattack. Good job.
Good move by Corsini. Good defensive play by Anthony Corsini.
To get that back. And
good help from Bryce.
Nice, and that gets a win there. Is that a legal throw, or what are they calling?
Oh, I think they wanted him to take the throw farther back.
Oh, okay, that happens. But there's a good throw up the line, and hey, he wins another one because he put that in an area where that defender had to kind of do that.
Had to make a choice.
Because if that ball gets by him, Braden's running back, and he's got that ball.
And as we saw in that first goal, I mean, it's tough.
Yeah. By the way, just so anyone knows, you cannot be offsides on a throw-in. So you can't do an offside trap on a throw-in or something. Here comes
trying to go near post again. Tricky.
Oh wait,
did it take a deflection?
They must have taken the deflection because they're calling a corner.
They must have seen something on film or something.
I would say, what must have happened was
or the opportunity.
The reason that went that way is Braden maybe tried to play it across and somebody just tapped it away.
Right.
And here comes the chance to center it. And that would go.
Good save by the keeper
here.
I
thought that was going to go over the net, but I guess it didn't. But it'll actually be played out only for a throw, so that's good. I think it was Corsini taking that one, right?
Yes, good ball from Anthony.
Yes. Here comes Chandler's going to try to win this one, but good job to hold up. And here comes Caden Min. Caden Min. Oh, but good defensive play by Gage McVicker there to get it back. But Bovino does a good job. Gives it to Chuck. Chuck plays it long. I guess Chuck loves the long ball. I don't know.
Listen, that's what they were in warm-ups. Chuck was sitting here at the 50-yard line shooting at the goal.
And the ref is telling him to knock it off, and there's
some equity.
Equity there. But with 5.5 minutes to go, I think that was a good call. And here comes, I believe, that's Bovino. Bovino takes it on the but Braden just can only get chest on it. But what a ball by
Look at the smile on his face. Braden Thompson said, I almost had that one.
Alex Bovino put a perfect ball in there. Wow, that was incredible. Here comes, it gets Chandler, but here's Eli fighting. Eli wins
that's some strong grown man play there, too.
And here comes Braden
Thompson, good little touch. He's trying to push people out, direct traffic. That's good number 10 play, except when you put the ball out, but that's all right.
With 4:44 to go, here comes good job by Bovino to come back and play it out there. Like I said, if you're RCB, you're up 1-0. 4.5 minutes to go. You got to be feeling pretty good, being ahead. But at the same time, you can't let your guard down because this is a great team. And, they've had a couple good opportunities where they had that one early where Cameron Clark had to make a really great save. And
now that is a tricky little ball if it gotten through. But
I say good job by Chuck there to get that one.
When you saw the Grafton player on the wide side trying to orchestrate it, but
nice shot, but
and that is what you would call a warning to the keeper.
Yeah,
going to let the keeper know that, hey, bud, they're not done.
Yeah.
Bird has done a really nice job tonight of keeping Grafton in front of them.
Yeah.
But that shot right there lets you know that they can hit it.
Oh, yeah. They definitely have the ability to put the ball in the back of the net. Like I said, they have some good forwards, some good players overall. Cameron Clark here tries to get to Bovino. Bovino couldn't quite hold on to it, but he does a good job of winning it back. No, that's a good no call because there was no pushing, no nothing. You can run into a guy as long as you get the ball, and he obviously got the ball.
Well, and it's
there's
Alex,
that 21. He's got a booming kick. This is the second time that he's had one where. Good job. That's the second time though he's had one where if he gets on the end of it, especially if it's rolling, he's making a 50, 60-yard kick, and it's causing some problems. All right. The number 11 needs to calm down a little bit. But
if you're going to call a card on Alex Bovino in the first 10 minutes,
I would say
this gesticulating like nonsense that is still going.
Yep.
It's a little spicy.
Yeah, but I say it's one thing with the foul. The foul, it was a foul, but it wasn't anything malicious. It just two guys going for the ball. It happens. But when you do that, that's where you might get a little extra. Header over the top, and it'll go out, and it's going to be a corner with 2.5 minutes to go. Eagles lead 1-0 over the Bearcats.
In a tight game, ladies and gentlemen.
Tight game.
Big sectional matchup. Like, listen, we talked about next week is the last week of the regular season.
Yeah.
Wins matter tonight.
Yep.
And they're playing
you
like
only
it.
got, what, 4 games? This game and 3 more for the boys because you got this game and then, well, we'll watch this corner kick. Here comes Corsini. It's Corsini. Nice ball in Corsini.
Another good little direct ball.
Here comes
Caden
Caden.
Min.
Can Caden get it on goal?
Put it on frame.
Oh, he's got. Let's see. Haven't cleared it yet, but it's
Oh.
But what I was saying was, so they have the game this week. Then Thursday you go to Preston County. Next Tuesday, I believe they have a very good Fairmont senior team here, and then they have to go all the way to Lewisburg on Saturday of that next week. That's not. I having driven to Lewisburg, it's not a fun trip to make,
especially not on a bus.
Rufus. Yeah. I wonder if they'll even have them go on a bus. They might have them
Just drive
there because it's on Saturday and stuff like that. Because that's a long trip.
Absolutely, it's a long trip.
Yeah, I mean that's what 3.5 hours, right?
Probably on a bus. Yeah.
On a bus.
Final minute and a half, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, if you are RCB tonight, this first half, you have played a really nice game. You've stuck to a good game plan.
But that's a nice turn, though, by the Bearcats. Here goes.
And a lot of good.
Ooh, they called it out on RCB.
A good rapid pace. Well, Anthony got back and he got his foot on the ball.
I guess he must have.
That was good defending, good midfield play to chase the defender or chase the offensive player down.
Especially with 30 seconds to go, the last thing you want to do is
give up a goal.
Give up a goal this late in the half. You just want at least you got your 1-0 lead. At least take that to half. Nice job by Isaiah Gabbert to.
Good work there.
Good work there. With 18 seconds, they're going to see if they can get one last go here. If you're the Eagles, what you got to do is just stay in front of them and just clear it. Yeah, just clear it. Wherever you
get
do,
it out of there.
Kick it as far as you can. Don't worry about anything else.
We're not in the business. You're not down 3 goals to net. Well, and with the last seconds dribbling off the clock, ladies and gentlemen, we'll step away here for a little bit. Any thoughts at the end of the half there, Steve?
I mean, I think RCB played about as good of a half as I've seen in a while. I like this lineup. I think it's getting more forward, and I think it's doing a good job solidifying that back end. Great job overall, and but Grafton's had some good looks here. So the key is to keep holding that possession, keep being able to push forward. Don't go into any type of bunker mentality because it's way too early for that with still 40 minutes to go.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away for a couple minutes. We'll be back here on the RCB Streaming Network. See you in a bit.
Bye.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the RCB Streaming Network. And we want to apologize this evening. We normally do players of the game for both contests. And I think in excuse me, Steve and I's excitement and a little bit of angst in defense of the ladies, we didn't do a players of the game for the ladies contest. So we want to tell you that we want to salute the ladies who played really well tonight.
They did.
Through a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Steve, who do you have for players of the game tonight?
Well, we thought that Gabby Hill did a really good job of playing defense, stopped a lot of plays, really held down the middle. Ava Starkey, great job of holding possession, being dangerous up top,
and pulling defenders out wide.
Yeah, exactly. And then Chandy Currents, she did such a good job. She had a lot of tough shots, and she made some great saves on the day. Showed a lot of toughness.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Well, listen, if she hears this, keep your head up.
I would say keep your head up. She played fantastic for a freshman.
You think about that.
Freshman out of position.
We look at that list.
Yeah.
2 freshmen. Now,
yeah.
Gabby Hill, I didn't put 2 and 2 together until tonight that her mom is Katrina Hill.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you, now I know where that toughness comes from.
Yeah.
Now I know. But, we went.
She is king of the hill.
King of the Bobby? Bobby, don't make me. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have a really good Hank Hill voice. Love me some Hank Hill.
Hank Hill is the best.
Is the best. Is the best.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, listen.
Yes.
We want to salute those ladies tonight.
Absolutely.
And we apologize deeply that we did not mention that in the ladies' broadcast.
Yep. So if anyone watching this broadcast sees Gabby Hill, Ava Starkey, or Chandy Currents, tell them congratulations on being players of the game.
Hex of games.
Hex of games. And all the ladies played
well. All the ladies played tonight.
Yeah.
Listen, Victoria Lopez played really tough tonight.
I was about to say, I was hard to go to 3 because Victoria, I saw a lot of good things out of Carly Carratz.
You saw a lot of things out of Michaela Jenna that were really nice. Chloe Ashby.
All the girls had their moments.
Right.
And
Carly Thomas, we're not even talking about Carly Thomas, and she deserves a lot of plaudits.
I was going to say, like I said, it was just, they played really hard. Alyssa Dunn.
We didn't even talk about Alyssa Dunn. My goodness.
It was well done.
Listen, Alyssa Dunn. If you hear this, don't kill me. Don't kill me. She's scary. She's so scary. No, she's not. She's the sweetest kid. But she, we didn't even talk about her, and she's like the toughest.
Yep. She coming back because like I said, she was out for an injury recently, and being able to come back and play that way. Like I said, there's a lot of good, positive things other than the result. But at the same time, like I said, it's a learning experience. You're not. This isn't the same. Hopefully, this is not the same team that will be in sectional play after next week. That you'll get some of these players back, and that you can, fill in those gaps in the lineup, and try to work some things. But and Bella Rock doing a great job being unselfish in the field. Let's mention her.
Yeah.
But overall, just great job for the ladies as we come back out. So far, the difference in the boys' game is it's 1-0.
There's a moment of brilliance from Braden Thompson.
Braden Thompson had a moment of brilliance, beat the goalkeeper near side. He was fancy. What was it? It's like going glove side in hockey.
Yeah.
It's like he was fancy. He went glove side.
In a near side, like as a goalkeeper, you should not get beat near post. You just shouldn't.
No.
And
you could see that the Grafton keeper was really upset with himself.
He was upset with himself. He let in a goal that shouldn't happen because it's like hockey. You are on the near side. It's a smaller target to hit.
Yeah.
And Braden Thompson just said, "Bia," all up in that.
Yeah. Here comes as the second half kicks off. The main thing I'm looking for RCB is to keep up the high level intensity. Make sure to keep possession here.
Absolutely.
And also, looking to make sure to, because they've had some trouble with a couple of long balls, and just make sure to make sure that as that one gets through. But here comes Cameron Clark out to get that.
Some good communication amongst that backline group.
I would say, yeah.
Well, but you have to come out and do what worked in the first half.
Yeah.
And that was press a high line, find gaps, keep possession.
Yeah.
And really ask some questions of a backline from Grafton that has had some trouble.
Yeah, but I say they've been a little. Now they're playing hard. They have some talent back there, but you can tell that I think Grafton tries to keep the ball in their midfield and tries to keep to
a lot of possession. Now, that's a little sloppy there.
Yeah,
Caleb Unego's got a good shot here.
Corsini tries to get it, but he couldn't quite get it on goal.
Not sure who that was to.
It might have been deflected.
It looks like it was.
I think it was deflected. I think he tried to shoot and was deflected, though they're saying it wasn't. But I thought it was. But, hey,
well, it looked like he tried to hit the ball with the outside of his foot, which is getting a little too fancy.
I would say sometimes you just got to go.
Keep it simple,
keep
stupid.
It simple.
No, don't, Anthony, don't think I'm calling you stupid. I'm not.
Just keep it simple. Just kick it. Just kick through the ball hard. And look, here's the thing. You might say, well, there's a guy in front of me. Yeah. And if it ricochets off him, it could go in the goal or it could go out of bounds. And then you got like a penalty kick. Just put it on target, and if someone gets in the way, then good things could still happen.
Right. And listen, it's all love. I apologize. I don't mean to insinuate anything.
Yeah. But here comes Caden. There's a nice job there because like I said, Anthony Corsini, for a sophomore, you could tell he's going to be a guy who next year, with some of these seniors being gone, he's going to be the guy that people are going to look to as a leader.
Right.
On this next team, with Bovino being gone.
And, a good ball. Get there, Anthony.
Great job by the keeper, but awesome ball by, was that Bovino, I think?
Great ball by Bovino. Good work by Anthony.
Yeah.
You listen, Anthony Corsini playing up top has been really good.
Yeah, I like it because, one, he's really quick. He's got the speed.
And he's got drive.
He's a very smart player. For only a sophomore, he really understands the game so well for his age.
Absolutely.
That was a great run right there.
It was.
He anticipated it. That's so great about it is he saw the opening, he went for it, and Bovino saw him, and like I said, just by a fraction of a second from being a goal.
Good little chop there from Bovino. And another good turn from Unego.
Gives it over to
Gandon. Going to turn it back infield here.
A nice touch by Unego there, because that was not an easy ball to deal with.
Not an easy control.
I like the idea.
Good thoughts, Anthony.
Good
thoughts.
Just maybe a little bit less on it and more to the sideline, but that was
right.
I love me a 1-2 because it's so simple, but yet how many times over the years have you seen people score because of a good 1-2?
Well, and you are
because it's a natural inclination for people. The guy you're guarding gave up the ball. I'm going to relax for a second, and then boom, he's on the men. Almost a great ball by was it Bradley?
Well, and
Braden Thompson.
Almost, but when you're a defender, you're told go with the runner.
Yep.
But if you
we all get caught ball watching. It's
right.
That whole thing.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody does, and it's that moment because you don't realize how athletic people are in that moment. If you just think a little too slowly. Yeah. You're going to get burned.
Nice trap there by Braden, but couldn't quite hold on to it. Braden's going to hold on to the ball here.
Good work to get it back.
Here. Him and 20 are having a nice little battle. And for his efforts, Braden just lost a shoe.
Listen, Braden and 20 have been – what's 20's name?
Give me a second here. That would be Landon Hulley. And he's only a sophomore, so
those two have been going at it. Like we saw it earlier in the night when he got a little too aggressive with Braden. And the keeper came or the ref came through and that was rough.
Okay, yeah, that maybe a little bit better communication there between. But hey, good job by Cameron Clark realizing that if nothing else, just kick it out of bounds, slow down the play, get it out of the way. Because I understand that it was a kind of in a weird situation where he could get to it, but he couldn't let it get to the box because obviously the Grafton person would have caught it had it gotten to the box.
Right. Well, but it's just been that battle in the middle has been spicy.
But I would say, good hard play. I would say, yes, there has been some fouls, but nothing cheap, nothing dirty. Just two people going for the ball, and sometimes people. There's been a couple calls I would be like, I don't know. And it's gone both ways. That I'm like, I don't think that was a foul. Or nice job by Cameron Clark to make the stop.
And
nice kick though by the Grafton there. That had some heat behind it.
It did. And this time of night, it's tough sometimes. Good control by Anthony Corsini.
That was perfect.
That was great ball control. Now,
can you get it to Gandon? Gandon
trying to hustle. He tried, but listen, that was some really good one-touch control.
Yeah.
Like, that is not an easy skill, ladies and gentlemen.
how about this? That does not. You don't get to trap it that well off a ball that's kicked 60 yards.
60 yards, about
About
30
the
feet in
bounce,
the air.
About the bounce off turf, and you just trap it like that. Nice play by Vino to Thomason. Braden's going to keep fighting for it.
Braden has been,
Braden works so hard, and he's got a motor. I mean, he's always going 90 miles per hour.
Absolutely. It's break and go.
Yeah. He does a great job, and I mean, he when he finds his points, these are the balls that have been given to RCB. So that's how Chuck does. Great job by Chuck, and understanding the rules for those that don't know. If you head a ball, the keeper can catch it. So if I kick it to you with my feet, then to my own keeper, then the keeper has to use their feet. However, if I head it, then the keeper can grab it just like anything else. So
I think that's such a fascinating rule too.
Yeah.
Because the idea that your feet is a better means of control than your head, so
yeah.
that's the change.
I guess that's why. Oh no, Bavino comes up a little bit limping.
And he's going down, ladies and gentlemen.
Here comes. Hopefully, we can get out here. Braden needs to kick this out. Good job. All right. We're
going to step away here for an injury, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back on the RCB Streaming Network.
Yep.
Good to see Alex Bavino go off under his own power.
Yeah, because he is such a key player. If RCB wants any chance of getting out of the section, he's going to have to be a key cog in that apparatus.
I mean, he is the kid. He is the engine of this team.
Yep.
And he's a V8 kid. So he's a big block.
He's got all his fruits and vegetables, right?
We always describe him as the grown man of the team because he is. That was a handball.
Yep.
But okay.
32 minutes to go. Still 1-0 RCB off of Braden Thompson's magic.
Wonder strike.
And here comes to Christine playing it to Braden, who gives it to
Gabbert.
Is it Gabbert playing?
Yeah, it looks like it bounced awkwardly for him.
Yeah. Well, no, that's actually Chandler.
Is it Chandler?
Oh,
I was
like, wow, it's Gabbert in there because usually Chandler plays there, but hey, if nothing else, the one thing you can't do is give a live ball turnover if you're a defender. So if you're going to miss.
Good little step there by Chuck.
Good job by Chuck. If you're going to miss wide.
Right. Oh, a little mistrust there, Caleb Unego.
Here comes
a little frustration. He might be getting a little tired. Yep. Yeah.
Here comes another counterattack with 30 minutes to go. Like I said, long time. So Chuck in a one-on-one battle, and it will be a throw-in, but good job to slow down the defender there by Chuck in a.
Looks like we're going to see Brad Barnett come back
in.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's for Caleb.
Get
that out of there.
I say, one thing there is when you're that close, you're kicking it out. Don't dribble it. Fortunately, it worked out okay there, but if I were going to give Anthony Corsini any advice there is I'd rather just kick it out for
and he got it with his back to the field.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why you just might just kick that out for a corner kick, or at best try to see if you can kick it all the way out and give him a throw.
But at the same time, like I give a lot of credit. They played it out.
They got it out.
Play it out from the back in good position. They knew where each other was.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was actually very well done. I'll give them that, but it's just.
It can be scary.
It's scary.
Is it a bad throw?
Bad throw. I think he did lift his foot. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah, so I was hoping it wasn't. I hope it wasn't called, but I think the ref is making the right call.
Okay.
So 30 minutes to go, still 1-0. Eagles. Nice play by 20. We talked about him just a second ago.
Nice step by Isaiah Gabbert.
Oh, hey, and that's Bovino with the ball, so that's good to see.
Good to see him back on the field. That's.
Bradley Burnett tries to play it, but unfortunately that will go out of bounds.
Listen, Braden Thompson is the guy, and Anthony are the two kids that stir the drink up front. But they don't have anything if they don't have Alex Bavino.
Yeah.
Well, it's no disrespect, no shade. But Bavino really makes this team go.
Here comes to Caleb Yanego, who's tries to play it out, just couldn't quite.
A little bit of communication error there.
I'll say this: I think hopefully RCB can start connecting passes again because they're having some trouble here.
They look a little disjointed. I was going to say that. It's like a lot of
nice job by Caden though to save it there, but it looks like unfortunately in the save he hit just a little too far. And it's going to go to the hands.
When
of the
it just like they looked like they in the first probably 30 minutes, I felt like we were playing a really controlled.
Yeah.
But they look just a little disjointed, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And Braden wants to get the brace, but the goalie's there to stop it that time.
But they look a little disjointed. It's probably they're a little tired. They're a little frustrated.
Yeah. Nice job by Chuck there to win that in the air. To judge that well. Okay. Here comes the Bearcats the other way. Let's see. Chandler goes over him, but he
stick with it.
Stick with it. Keep him wide. Just keep him wide. Good job. Good job.
Don't let him get the ball.
Good.
That's okay.
Good battle.
Somebody on the sideline knows how to coach wingbacks because
that was perfect.
That was every time whoever's on the left or right side makes the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you gave up a corner, but you didn't give up something in a really.
Yeah. And now at least you guys can come back,
set
and
be in man
and make sure you can get everyone that can have a person.
Right.
Now earlier in the game they had a corner that barely missed, so we'll see if they're going a little trickeration there. Nice job by who was that? Was that Bovino? But 11's going to take another shot, and that would have been just right for a field goal.
No points.
No points for any sport.
We talked about Carly Karats for kicker.
Yeah.
That guy? No.
Carly might have to go to Grafton and teach that guy.
Teach him how to kick the ball.
Yeah.
No, he's saying that he'll probably score tonight. But
I would say, obviously, like I said, a lot of talent on this Grafton team. So
absolutely,
no way to no shade.
No tea, no shade.
No shade against this team. This is a team that can, if RCB can hold on here, this will be a feather in their cap definitely for this
Absolutely, especially in a contest. These boys did not feel particularly good about how they played against Buchanan. Felt like they could have won that game.
Yeah.
Really felt aggrieved about Philip Barber.
Yeah, I better say. I was just talking to somebody, and they just said, and he just, the way it was against Philip Barber. Because, Philip Barber's really good. They, especially right now, they've been beating teams like Bridgeport and stuff like that. So they're playing their best soccer, so good for them for kind of playing their best soccer at the right time. But at the same time, if you're RCB, Philip Barber's, a team that you got to find a way to get by. Because remember, as good as they are, if you want to win the section, they're in your section. You got to beat them. You got to find a way.
And this is an ultra competitive section.
Yeah,
There's a reason that this team, teams in this region go to the state tournament pretty frequently.
I think our section really got a lot harder because you got to remember before the section it was you had Bridgeport, which obviously really tough team, great team. But, you look around the rest of the section, and this year, obviously, it would have still been really tough because you'd have Liberty, who obviously is probably as good. They're calling a foul there, yeah.
For a second, I was like, on who? Because
but Liberty obviously has a great team this year.
Philip Barber does, Grafton does.
But, before the breakup, Philip Barber and Grafton were not in the section. They were in the region, so they would have been on the other side fighting it out with Elkins and Lewis County in them. But now they've been moving to the section. Really, it's made our section a lot harder in some ways because you lost, you lost a really good team in Bridgeport, but you gained two really good teams in Grafton and Philip Barber. So that just the depth of your thing, and and the other team we lost was South Harrison, and they play hard, they try hard, but they're not the quality right now of either a Grafton or a Philip Barber yet. Nice job. Here comes and couldn't quite get through.
Now, notice he didn't step through the keeper in that instance.
Yep, I was going to say, okay.
the bitter Betties. We're bitter Betties tonight.
Yeah.
Literally me. I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Hey, you should. I'm not sorry about it.
Listen, we have passionate opinions, and
Okay,
that's what you get when you turn into the RCB streaming network.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yep. But with 24:40 left, is still 1-0 Eagles. But like I said, so far this half, I think really. Oh, and here comes unfortunately a giveaway in a dangerous spot. Nice step by Caden. He keeps the ball, but he was able to at least slow down. Nice through ball. Chuck fights through and gets it out.
A little bit of a combination. Good step back to come back and collect that from Braden Thompson.
Now
hold up and just hold it and see where your options are. Step out and get the ball back. Oh,
I love that one too.
It was good. A little late on Caleb's part. I wish he would have
let him a
little bit more into space because, as we've seen, Braden does have another gear.
Yeah. The only thing I would say there is when Braden held that ball up for a while, it just didn't seem like anyone was really running for him for a little bit.
No, and that some of that I think is just tired.
They are tired, but that's something you gotta work on because that's where you can make those connections and maybe some 1-2s, some overlap runs there, and you can really give some dangerous. Here comes who was that? That was that Caden? Oh, Chuck winning it there, but here comes Bovino. Oh, Bovino. Yeah, that was It was close. It was close, but I think that was a foul. But it was not anything dirty or dangerous. He missed the ball barely. Here comes the Bearcats back. I almost said the Wildcats, but no, the Bearcats. Oh, what good one too. But Caden Min with a great job to clear it out. That was almost a goal could have been a goal for Grafton, but Caden Min steps in there. Good step by Caden. And like I said, if you're RCB, you gotta. I know you're up 1-0, but you can't get into this bunker.
You can't get complacent.
With 22 minutes to go. This is too good of a team. If you give them too many opportunities, they're going to put one in the back of that net. Okay.
Well, and we saw it early on. They're going to snipe a ball from the 18, top of the 18.
Yeah, they got some guys who can really shoot.
16 on the far corner has been every couple times that he cuts inside has been giving Bryce problems.
Yeah.
And I wish Braden would have held on to that a little longer, but got to relieve a little pressure too.
Well, I know I understand why he did that. It was a good thought, but unfortunately, what happened was because the ball went the other way, Gannon's momentum had gone back. Had Gannon been able to turn around and get running start, that could have really been a nice play. But I understand why he did what he did. But here comes the Bearcats coming back. Good job.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no!
So what happened there was Caden came in and tried to sweep it up, kicks it off the Grafton player, and it goes in the back of the net, and we have a tie game with 21
minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
46 to go. It is now 1-1 Eagles Bearcats.
And it's like we said, you cannot go to sleep.
Yep.
But that's a freak accident.
Freak accident. That's such a tough way to give up that goal.
And it's especially when you have worked so hard tonight.
Yeah. So that goal was by number 16, Spencer Copeland. So that would actually be his 7th goal of the season. And here he comes again, trying to get his brace, but it's stopped for a second by Corsini.
Now you got to pick it up now because you can't give up a second one.
Goal. Yeah, you can't give up a second one. And
you haven't had
obviously you don't want to just get a tie. You want to try to win this one. So you got to find a way to.
You got to find a way to get the points.
Yep. Another long shot. This one a little high. But with 21 minutes to go, RCB is going to have to get its head up and kind of refocus here with 21 minutes to go in a 1-1 tie ball game. As the Bearcats are threatening again.
Well, and it looks a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, like Anthony Corsini's got a little bit of a hip issue.
Yeah.
He's going to try and fight through it, but it's a little tough. But you guys, they got to wake up. They got to wake up.
Nice clear by Chuck, but that will go out again for the Bearcats. So like I said, the big things I'd like to see for RCB is trying to control the ball a little bit more. It looks like Braden might be trying to stay a little bit higher because if he can get a through ball to Braden there at the top of the key, at the top of the defense, you could definitely see him go through and get that.
Well, and with
goal.
his hold up play, I think he like at 1-0, it makes sense to send him up top as a hold up guy.
Yeah.
Because he's going to hold on to possession for a while. But you know now you're chasing a goal again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Good
that
job. Nice move there.
But you're chasing a goal, and this is exactly what you want your center forward doing, going right at him.
Yeah. But good
job.
But
you've got to we got to get back to what you were doing that worked.
Yeah.
Because you're playing, they were fine, and now they're back to playing sloppy, and it's frustrating.
Yeah. Here goes the throw in for RCB. As like I said, with less than 20 minutes to go, so we're over 3/4 of the way through the game, and it's 1-1 tie now between the Robertsford Eagles and the Grafton Bearcats. Looks like they're making a change. Bryce is moving up front. Looks like they're putting Bryce, and they're pushing. Let's see. Well, Chandler's still back. It looks like Caleb's going to go back to
left back,
where he had been playing for a while. Here comes Bovino.
It's probably a little bit of a look to tighten things up on the left side and give him a little more strength against that left side attacker, who's kind of been running Chandler ragged tonight.
Yeah. Here comes.
Not any shade on Chandler either, but it's just he's got to be tired.
Sometimes you got a really tough matchup, and you had to do it, and he hasn't had a break all game. It's still in, guys. Still in. All right, and Gandon Mays skips by him, so Gandon's going to try to see if he can figure out what to do. Couldn't quite get it over to his defender, but here comes Chuck. Chuck comes back, and takes charge because he's Charles in charge.
Charles in charge.
Yeah.
And that's
Anthony Corsini.
Anthony Corsini, keep your head up, sir.
I would say he has some great plays. I think sometimes he sees things that maybe some of his teammates don't see yet, but.
And he tries to put him in his pace, and you can see what he was doing there.
Yep.
But he cares, and that's the thing that I appreciate a lot about Anthony is that it doesn't always come off for him, but he will push his limit.
Yeah.
And a lot of these RCB attackers will do that. But Anthony, I think he's got a little bit of an injury, and he's just still pushing through.
Yeah. Caden does a good job of playing that out to stop the counterattack by, like I said, the one thing that these defenders and backline of Grafton have is they have really big legs, and what they do is they've been able to play that ball behind the defense, and then RCB and the players done a good job being right on their backs, and so Chuck does a good job of winning that one. Here comes Grafton, though. Good step, though, by Corsini to win that with him and Gandon. But unfortunately, there's a little miscommunication there, and they give it away. Caleb's going to try to keep him outside. Good job so far, but he's going to try to cut back. And it goes off of
and I'm going to tell you right now, that was a little scary because I thought that came off Caden Minn's hand.
Well, to be fair, though, if it was in front of him, so if it hits off his arms there, that's on his chest, that's not extending the body, that's not a handball. So you have to make yourself bigger for it to be a handball. Here comes good job. Okay, it's going to be another throw in. Who is it? Is that Gabbert coming in?
Looks like it.
Yeah, Isaiah Gabbert's coming in for
Gandon Mays.
Yeah.
Well, and it's another good move to get somebody on. Gandon really causes some problems with his physicality and with his size. Isaiah, I think, is a different animal. You get a different look. You get a guy who's a little bit more touch-based and a little faster.
Yeah. Here, nice job for the Eagles. Here we go. But here comes Corsini with the ball.
Smart play, Anthony. He
tries to do the 1-2.
Well, he feigned like he was going to go long there, and then just kept the ball.
It gave it to Isaiah.
And got himself further down the field.
But like I said, with 15 and a half minutes to go, 1-1 game, late in the second half. Let's see if RCB can find a way to get the lead back here. But here comes the Bearcats, and they get nice job coming back here, Caleb, to try to slow down the attack. and Chuck will clear.
If Bryce can get a little control there,
Just couldn't quite get on the end of it.
and that's all right. We'll get
Bovino gets it taken away. Here comes Caleb to Corsini, who gets it to Gabbert. Gabbert looking, gives it to Thomason. Thomason looking. Look here. Oh, say he almost had. Oh, they're calling a foul on Thomason there.
what?
Right. I say go ahead and get back.
All right. Listen.
Hey, just move on, guys. It's oh man, nice long ball. He saw that. Good job for
Good anticipation from Chuck there.
To get that done because he was behind the defender there and
it's just like now that's a side that's not so great. Caden again. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And it's you got to be careful, and
Yep.
you got to play smart in a 1-1 game in a sectional matchup that you're going to see again. And seeding matters.
Yeah.
And I know Caden Min is going to leave this game. If this game stays 1-1, Caden Min will be beating himself up tonight.
Yeah.
Because he does it's a soccer game, but it matters to Caden Min who works. Now.
Chandler has it, and he'll try to play it in there. Couldn't quite get in the middle, but good clearance but Chuck wins it there. Bovino with the ball tries to get over there, can't quite. But
I'm getting a little frustrated with the tripping it where they were not letting the physicality go in the first half. The refs are letting the physicality go right now. They are letting them play, and I love that, and I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, because you just want that. I talked about earlier with consistency. What a foul is now should be a foul at all times.
At the beginning, yes.
So with 13 minutes to go, though, 1-1 and deep in RCB.
Good step by
job,
Chuck. Now we've got to hold the ball here.
Bryce trying to get to Braden to see if Braden makes Can Braden make some more magic? Not quite there.
But he forces the defender to go backwards.
And has to give up the deep throw. So RCB now has the ball with less than 13 minutes, but now in dangerous territory. And here's a chance for maybe RCB to get that lead back here.
Well, and what we need right here is a free kick in a dangerous area.
Yeah.
So if you can't get it on frame, try around that 18 box.
Yeah.
Because Alex Bovino will crush one.
Yeah.
If given the opportunity.
Yep. Chuck is actually the one up at the top there. So
Interesting.
Eli's trying to win that one, but and that's going to be let's see, Cameron Clark comes out there, and he's going to play that.
Played it pretty safe. Tried to get it to Bovino.
Yep. Unfortunately, the Grafton was able to win it, and he's got the ball.
What is 16's name?
It is Fencer Copeland. He is the one who scored the goal when it ricocheted off.
He has been.
Yeah.
I think it's. I understand the change and why Bryce went up top.
Yeah.
But the battle between he and Bryce, the battle of the hair this evening.
Yeah.
Copeland, every time he cuts inside, he's got a good step to the inside. And he's trying to he's a little too fancy. He's trying to dance a little too much.
Looks like might get okay. So, there you go. But unfortunately, we're going to give up the corner, and so with 11 minutes to go, it's going to be a corner kick for the Bearcats in a 1-1 game. If you're RCB, the main thing here is to try to win this early. But the other thing is, see if you can try to counterattack off of this. As soon as you clear, you just push numbers out. Use your pace. You got Braden who's a little bit higher. If he can get the ball, he's got in some space here. But first things first, got to win it.
Got to deal with this corner. Good job by Chuck.
I believe that's Caden.
Was it Caden? Okay.
And there comes Copeland back here, but Chuck this time wins it. And nice takeaway.
Good step. Now you got to get out in transition.
Yep. They're coming back, but here comes RCB. Good job by Caleb Unego to win that one to close it out. So with 10 minutes to go, it is 1-1. Still
tight contest, ladies and gentlemen.
Tight contest.
Pretty even on shots, pretty even on saves. I mean, bar a moment of unlucky.
Yeah, a moment of brilliance for RCB and a moment of luckiness for RCB has been the tale of the game because, Braden Thompson just
Now-
had one of those great moments that you see, but then the goal was just such an unlucky,
I
unfortunate.
hope a moment you hope you don't see.
Yeah, such an unfortunate thing. But here comes with less than 10 minutes to go. Unfortunately, they got another shot here.
Oh, no!
And here
And he
comes,
spilled it.
He spilled it. Well, that was just such a long shot. That's why you take those shots,
Right, and it bounced awkwardly. Okay, you scored the goal. Now, where's a card for that? Now, that's excessive celebration.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it number 5, I believe?
Yes,
that
it was number 5.
I don't see a number 5 for them. Maybe it's 15 because there is a 15. Was it?
No, it's a single digit.
Yeah. I thought it was 5.
I thought it was.
It's 5. I guess I don't see him listed on their roster. Okay. Well, he got the goal there. It said Lane England was listed as 5 and 15, so maybe it is still Lane England. I don't know. But, unfortunately now it's 2-1. Bearcats have taken the lead late.
And now you are absolutely playing to get that tie back.
I'm going to say, you got to get at least the tie back because you don't want to lose all that momentum that you gain by getting the.
And, I mean, they have played a good game tonight.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. This is a frustrating 9 minutes if you can't get the goal back.
Yeah, exactly. So with 9 minutes to go, 2-1 now. Grafton has taken the lead. And so here comes Caden trying to, but let's see. So is that Bradley Burnett?
Yep.
Yeah, couldn't quite hold it in. So less than 9 minutes to go. Here comes through Caleb Unego, but cleared out by
Caden
Min. And so 8.5 minutes to go. We'll see if RCB can. Well, if it's has to win here and try to get it back up here. Use some pace, maybe with. Hopefully Thomason can use some pace and, Eli with tries to clears it. Here comes Bovino. And they're going to call a foul there on Grafton. And so it's going to be a kick for RCB.
Well, and we've got a Grafton player down in the back.
Yeah.
But you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard that in the crowd noise. They are letting a lot go. They are letting a lot go, and the gentleman we heard is absolutely right. You're going to get somebody hurt.
Yeah. The number one thing is player safety, especially this late in the year, because you don't want to have anyone miss the sectional because of injury. Ball goes out. Here comes, is that Gandon coming in?
Looks like it.
Gandon's going to come in for
Eli
Knotts to try to give some. Now, it looks like with Gandon coming back, they're actually going to move Bryce back to defense. But hopefully with Gandon, they'll get some more pace. I guess hopefully Gandon can bring some pace to it.
Gandon will give us some strength. And honestly, it's like we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast. Bryce gives you a lot of speed in the back and is really he was holding Copeland and their other striker pretty well in check just by keeping them from running free.
Yeah. And like I said, if you're RCB, the one was completely snake bitten, and the other one was it's hard to deal with shots like that. And you just gotta be. The only thing is when you see that hard shot, if you're a defender, you need to make sure you run. Oh,
and
here
that's
comes
a good little thought. Good little. Almost there. That clever little ball.
Yep. But it was because of Bovino, Bovino gives a thumbs up because he saw what he was looking for, and it almost got there. So here comes Gandon trying to win here, but steps up through. Here comes nice stop there by Chandler, but it looks like Grafton's going to get to keep it, and.
Well, and you know what? That good step across by Anthony, not letting Copeland get a turn here. And if you dance like the Copeland does,
Yeah.
it looks good, and people like it. But I'll tell you, you dance a little too much with some of those central midfielders.
You can dance if you want to.
But you better leave it all behind, because
yeah.
Alex Bovino will leave it behind.
Yep. Yep.
And let you know. Anthony Corsini will do the same.
Yep.
That's one thing I like about that central midfield partnership.
Oh yeah.
And
nice play by Bovino to stop
good
it
step,
there.
but just
a
a missed touch there. And it's, you know.
And here comes Braden giving it back to Corsini, who gives it to.
And it's just coming down the stretch here.
Yeah.
It's they're getting frustrated.
Yeah.
But they're letting it show. Like.
Yeah. It's still got 5 minutes to go. Plenty of time to get another goal if you just at least try to wear up, get one more attack. Here comes Caden. Caden's actually playing really high, so it looks like they've moved Caden up.
Well,
right.
and you know, but
okay, they're going. I think they're going to call. I don't know which one they're. Honestly,
I think they're going to call it on Caden.
They're going to call it on Caden. The only thing I will say is the Grafton player was down, and he was trying to kick at the ball. That's a dangerous play. That's a penalty on Grafton, not RCB.
Right.
Because I think the initial challenge was not a foul.
I don't think it was either. I think it was a 50-50 ball coming together.
Two guys came together on a 50-50 ball, and he just happened to win.
Well, and you know, the other thing that's tough here is that we were talking about in the opening moments, where Bird was playing playing well, but playing real loose, real joyful.
Yeah.
But, you know, wasting chances. And you cannot, if you follow in a ball off the crossbar, you got to put it away.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. Because there was the one off the crossbar, and then, because you really think about it, we had the one where you hit the crossbar, and then the follow-up hit the crossbar, and if you put that in, I think we're up 2-0 at that point.
Absolutely. We're up 2-0, and, you know,
it just changes the way you
play.
The
dynamic, and you're not playing frustrated.
Well, and you gotta remember that last goal. You could argue that we're pushing up, trying to get the 2-1 to get to the. Guess we gotta score again to try to break the 1-1 tie. But if you're up 2-1, well, that's a different situation. You still can, not have to worry so much about it.
Well, and I'll tell you the other thing that I'm noticing a lot of right now, Grafton has gotten in the boys' heads.
Yeah, they have.
You can see it because and it's just gamesmanship, but the Alex and Anthony and Braden and Bryce, well, not Bryce, excuse me, Bryce, and Caden are frustrated and they're letting it show, and these Grafton boys are just eating it up. You see a lot of clapping, a lot of just.
Yeah.
What's
the foul there? He didn't. What?
What?
He jumped up.
And it came off his backside.
What just happened?
Oh, okay.
Yards?
Mr. Bovino let us know it wasn't a full 10 yards.
Well,
okay, that's why you, as the ref,
But the ref is supposed to
set the 10 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ref
What do you
didn't show that if he wasn't 10 yards, that's the ref's fault,
not the kid's fault. You have a spray on your hip for a reason.
Yeah.
Set the 10 yards, sir.
Yep.
Like right here, this isn't 10 yards.
Yeah.
What do you set it? You want to call it, set it.
Yeah, you got to set it before you can call it.
And he definitely didn't.
No.
You could call this again, and if it hits off the wall, he'll call it again.
Yep.
It's, we're not trying, this is not like us trying to be critical of the ref every time.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating. Because these boys have played really hard tonight.
Say with 2:37 to go, ball in, and a save by Cameron Clark. Good job.
We need to get some stickum there for Cameron's gloves tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex Bovino. Now,
just a little too far.
Would have liked to see him control that, and it's like throwing it at double coverage.
Yeah.
You might get it, but it's not a high percentage play.
No.
Especially when you're chasing a goal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good little step there, but
they actually
thank you for
calling
that.
With 2 minutes to go, this might be the last shot for RCB if they're going to.
But every time when you set it this far forward, you need to take some. This ball needs to be right. You need to be thinking about it.
Yeah. Here comes the ball in.
Played it short.
Couldn't quite. Bryce will get that, and then ping pong, but long ball here. Here comes Cameron Clark, kicks it, and then unfortunately keeper's out.
And
just outside.
Got really lucky.
Yeah.
Got really, really lucky there, Cameron Clark.
Yeah. So with 1 minute to go, 1:19 to go, RCB down 2-1, as they will try to see if they can get. Here we go. Here comes Braden.
Now, you're gifted a ball. You have got to maintain possession.
Yep.
You've got to be smart about it tonight.
Yep. Yep. Here we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, this has turned from a really great half into a very frustrating second half.
Absolutely.
And not that there aren't things you can take away from this, but I mean, you want to take 2 photos of a half.
Yeah.
And something to take away.
Yeah.
Somebody needs a card.
Yep. Well, the only guy that gets a card was for being with less than 10 yards from a thing. That's what gets a card, but nothing else tonight. Here comes a card.
There we go.
Grafton.
It must have been for some after effects there.
Well, let's be honest. There were some after effects on one of those earlier ones that probably should have been a card. The way the guy was
clapping and celebrating. The celebration on the second goal, like that was obscene.
Yeah.
But that's all part of the gamesmanship.
Yeah.
And that's something that if I'm Coach Min and I'm watching this back, you tell your boys.
27 seconds to go. RCB going to try one last chance to get there. Couldn't quite. Nice job, though, winning the ball.
Nice try.
Can Bobina? Oh, here comes.
But it took a deflection. Did he?
No, he's calling it a goal kick.
And
that'll be the game.
That's the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's a game of inches, and it just didn't fall the right way for RCB tonight in a really frustrating loss.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Not a game you can't get them back in the section, but it's going to make it. You're probably traveling in the section.
Well, the only thing is I'll say that we probably will still maybe host because the top 4 teams in the section host a game. And I think right now we'll probably still be above Lincoln and Notre Dame because those 2 teams are probably your 5-6 because 6 teams, 1-2 get buys, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5. So you're probably having to play you're probably going to host either Lincoln or Notre Dame.
Right.
But, you're going to have to win 3 games to get out of the section. So that's not it's not
an easy slot.
It's not an easy slot. Instead of having to win 2 games because you have the bye, now you got to beat either Lincoln or Notre Dame, and then you got with those you got to go to probably we're looking at Liberty and Philip Barber as the 1-2, but you don't know.
You don't know, and you don't want to go to Mountaineer Field. You don't want to go up to Philip Barber.
Yeah, exactly. So this is
a hard loss.
It's a hard loss, especially when you had the lead. It's one thing when you're behind early, but when you had the 1-0 lead and had some opportunities to put it together, and just couldn't quite get it done.
Right, and and it's hard.
And it's on your home field too.
Yeah, it's tough, and you want you're kicking yourself after that. You're kicking yourself, and it because you're a couple frustrating moments, like the second goal. Okay, okay, but it hurts because kids like that don't deserve that kind of frustration.
Because that first goal was
a fluke.
It's such a fluke.
It's a fluke. It doesn't happen often, and Cade Min's the best kid.
Yeah.
Like that, he is an engine for this team and a good man.
What are you going to do? I mean, he's trying to clear the ball from outside his 18, and the guy hits it off of it, and not only just hit off of it, it goes perfectly into, the
corner where Cameron couldn't get to it.
Exactly. I mean, it's just the worst of all worlds.
Well,
but when he talks about guys who did play well, a lot of guys played well tonight. Obviously want to throw Braden Thompson. He scored the goal and had some brilliant moments and really hustled. So I think I would put him as well my 3 key players.
I would put Braden in that list. I think Anthony I don't know
I
if we
think
shout
Chris-
Anthony out enough.
I was going to say, he had some really nice plays. I would add Anthony to, if you're talking about 3, Anthony there.
But and I wouldn't say that he had the best technical game.
No.
But he was everywhere.
Yeah,
and
he was.
He gave the heart for the badge tonight.
Yeah.
Who's your third?
You know what? I thought he played really well at fullback and fought really well. Bryce Johnson.
Yeah, I thought Bryce had a really great game.
Because that number 20 was really good, and he and them got in some fights, and we saw when they moved Bryce up how much trouble other people were having with him. But Bryce,
Right.
because of his strength, was able to keep him in check a lot.
Yeah, and I think that he gave them. He kept that guy quiet.
Yeah.
He really did, and so
Yeah.
I think if they'll watch this tape back,
Yeah.
and they're going to come out in the same way they did in the first half. It's
Yeah.
just about being consistent.
Yeah, but I would say just keep it consistent, and the other thing is just make sure to keep holding that possession. Just keep working on that, because when they held the possession in the first half, when they were connecting passes, even though they only had 1 goal, they also had that second where Caden almost got it, went off the crossbar, and then I can't remember who it was that hit it off the crossbar after that. But
I think it was Eli Knotts.
Eli
Was it Knotts, or it was I can't remember.
I think it was
Anthony.
Eli. I think it was Eli Knotts. But whoever it was, obviously the kid's doing the best they can. But you had those opportunities, and like I said, it was a lot of good possession. And I think that's the one thing that we just need to work on, is just to hold that possession a bit more. Try to keep a nice high line.
Yeah,
And go from there.
And to not drop your head when you give up a goal.
Absolutely.
It's hard not to drop your head, though. It's really
Okay.
tough.
It is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Gabe Rhodes.
I've been Stephen Kennedy.
Have a nice evening. Have a safe ride home, and we'll see you on Saturday for the girls against Weir.
Absolutely.
RCB Streaming Network. Good night.